Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Herman here. We are covering language arts today. We're covering our last week of Smart Start, and we are going to start with reading some sentences. So I'm going to move over here to my computer, and I'm going to flip this around so you can read our sentences for this week, or for today. Here it goes. Ready? Can you read with me? A hare is fast. And this hare is not like the hair on your head. This is a rabbit. A tortoise is slow. Remember, we've talked about how sentences end with periods and they have capitals at the beginning. And this one is a question because it has a question mark. Means you can answer it. Ready? Let's read this together. Who will win the race? Who will win the race? All right. Well, guess what, boys and girls? We are going to read the story about the tortoise and the hare in a little bit. But right now I want to start with our letters of the day for Wednesday. All right, our first one is G. G. All right, I have your names here. Let's see if we have any G's in our name, okay? So again, what sound does G make? What sound? G. G. Very good. G. G. All right, so let's see. Arjun doesn't have a G. Julia doesn't have a G. Arya does not. Brandon does not. Adelina does not. Monty does not. Charoon doesn't. Does anyone? Bella doesn't? Camilla doesn't? There it is. Capital G for Gabriella. G, 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 Gabriella. Abhinav, Ark, Maribel, Sophia, Rory, Shabby, Declan. Does any more have a G? Anyone else? Tate, Alvin, Tanner, Avi, Athena, Kenna, Aiden, Amaya. That's it. Nobody else has a G. Oops, there it is. Nobody else has a G in their name. So boys and girls, a lot of times G's are found at the beginning or usually at the end, sometimes in the middle. But again, what sound does G make? G, G. Very good. And I'm going to add that up to my list. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's getting bigger and bigger. And our other one, our other letter of the day is W. W. Wah, wah, wah. Let's see if anyone has a W in their name. Again, let's see. Let's go through these. Arjun, Julia, Arya, Landon, Adelina, Hamanthi, Charoon, Bella, Camilla, Gabriella. Oh, W is not one of those common letters. Abhinav, Ark, Maribel, Sophia, Rory, Shabby, Declan, Tate, Alvin, Tanner, Anvi, Athena, Kenna, Aiden, and Amaya. And we do not have anyone with a letter W in their name. We don't have anyone with the letter W. But again, what sound does W make? Wah, wah, wah. Very good. And I'm going to put it right up here. Sorry, boys and girls, if the volume was a little low. I just looked at my iPad, had the volume down, but hopefully you guys heard me, and hopefully you can hear me now better. I'm sorry. All right. Boys and girls, the next thing I want to do is talk again. We talked yesterday about blending, okay? I'm going to say a word and a sound, and I want you to listen carefully. Then I will put the sounds together to say a word as whole. So let's try one. So the beginning sound is the ending sound is p. And listen as I put the sounds together. Up, up, up. The word is up. Let's try another one. The beginning sound is B, and the middle sound is A, and the ending sound is S. Let's put it all together. Bus, bus, bus. So it's sort of like we've been talking about when we write words, when we read, we say it real slow and we read it faster, each sound, and it makes a word. Or if we're writing, it ends up that we say it slow and then write each sound. So reading and writing go hand in hand, boys and girls. You either say each sound slow to read it, or you say each sound slow to write, say each word sound to hear it and write the word. All right, let's try blending these. Ready? Try this. I'm going to give you sounds. S. Can you put it together? Put it together. Us. Good job. Let's try this one. N. Fun. Good job. And the next one. Ready? Tub. Tub. Good job. And try this one. Hut. Hut. Good work. What do you think this one is? 3 sounds. What do you think it is? Sun. Good work. How about this one? What do you think that one is? Pop. Good work. And how about this one? G. 3 sounds. G. G. Bug. And one more. Bun. Good work. All right. Boys and girls, a lot of what we were doing had the U. Again, that's a vowel, and it has a U. U is one of those vowels. It's a helper. So a lot of times you will find it in the middle of words because it will help the other words. It sort of helps blend the other words. Our high frequency words for the day. I bet you know this one because you guys figured out he. What if I add well, it's more like a sh, an S in front of this. What do you get? You're right, you get she. So if I add an S in front of this, then I get she. Good job. And one more. My other one. Oh, actually, I have 2 other words. Can you sound this out? This is one of the W's we were talking about. Wa, I, and there's that TH. Remember that funny shape we get to make and our tongue goes up on top of our teeth? With. All right. My list of words is getting longer. All right. I have 2 more high frequency words for you. And my high frequency word, next one is and. And combines words, combines lists, and combines when you're doing something. You might say, my friend Jimmy and Johnny went to the store. My friend, or I played with my friends Jen and Courtney. I played with my friends blank and blank. Or my friends are blank and blank and blank. So it's a word that combines a lot of words. It joins a lot of words. You put it when you want to keep on going with a thought. And our next high frequency word, have. And the E is sort of silent on this one. Have. So I don't go have, I just say have. We're going to learn about how A and E work together later in kindergarten. But right now this word is have. Have. And one Um, Sorry, I was thinking that you guys were going to read a book today, and I don't think you're doing that. But you will be soon. Okay. Um, the next thing I want to do is have you guys, one of the sentences we were reading earlier, a hare is fast, a tortoise is slow, who will win the race? Okay. We heard last week, you guys wanted to hear this. You guys wanted to hear that story about the giant and Jack and the beanstalk, and how Jack ran into the beanstalk, or got a beanstalk and it went up and he found a giant. That was called fiction. We talked about how stories that are made up, are not real, are fiction stories. Well, I have another one, and it has to do with the questions or the sentences you read earlier. A hare is fast, a tortoise is slow, who will win the race? So, this story is called The Tortoise and the Hare. The title of the story can help us figure out what the story might be about, which is a tortoise, just like a turtle, and a hare. And I read that earlier, that it's like a rabbit. I think the story is about two animals. Who are they? The tortoise and the hare. But I wonder what they're going to do. And now, I've told you last week, we said, like, there's lots of different versions. There were lots of different versions about Jack and the Beanstalk. And now there's lots of different stories about the tortoise and the hare. So we're going to hear the version that our curriculum has for us. Let me get up here and let me, there we go. All right, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put this down right here because this is a little, oops, sorry. There we go. Because I have to show the screen to you in order to play this here. All right, here we go. Let me make sure my volume is up on my screen, and it is. All right, here's our story.
The Tortoise and the Hare, a fable by Aesop. A long time ago, there lived a tortoise and a hare. The tortoise was soft-spoken and shy, but the hare was loud and boastful. One day, the hare boasted to the other animals in the forest about how fast he could run. "No one can run as fast as I can," he said. "I challenge anyone here to a race." The tortoise answered, "I will race you." All the animals were amazed, for they knew that the tortoise moved so slowly. The hare, too, could hardly believe his ears. After he stopped laughing, he said, "But you are such a slowpoke. I can beat you without even trying." "We will see," said the tortoise. The two decided to race the next morning. All the big and little animals of the forest were excited to watch the race. They all wanted the tortoise to win, but they didn't think he had a chance against the hare. The second the race started, the hare leaped forward and started running. He was soon out of sight. The hare laughed. "I told you I was faster than you," the hare called back to the tortoise. But the tortoise just plodded on slowly and steadily. When the hare looked back, he could hardly see the tortoise. He felt so confident that he was going to win that he decided to take a little nap. After all, it was such a beautiful day, and the sun felt so nice and warm. So the hare stretched out and fell asleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued to walk slowly but surely along the road. In fact, he soon walked right past the sleeping hare. As the tortoise walked on, getting closer and closer to the finish line, all the forest animals cheered for him. Then, just as the tortoise was about to cross the line, the hare woke up. "This can't be happening," he shouted. "I am the fastest animal in the forest." The hare began to sprint toward the finish line, but it was too late for him to catch up. and so the tortoise slowly but surely won the race.
All right, my friends. Okay, so I hope you like that story. We'll try to listen to another one later this week, maybe a different version. We'll see if it's any different. But boys and girls, we talked about how it only showed you one picture during that whole story. And so you had to visualize, you had to use your imagination in that story to think about what was happening because you only had one picture. And when you are listening to a story, you have to think about all the details, the beginning and the middle and the end and all the things that happen in the middle and in between so that you can visualize the story and remember what happened. So when you only have one picture, it's really important you listen to those words and you hear what is happening and you think about it in your mind. All right, we are going to practice writing some more sentences like we've been doing. And you guys can do this in your practice book or on another sheet of paper. And so this time we've been doing the blank. So I want you to do same thing, sort of the tortoise, I'm just going to check O-I-S-E. The tortoise is blank, or you can either write about the tortoise or who's the other person? The hare. The hare is blank. The tortoise is blank, the hare is blank. Okay, so I want you to practice. Now, in our story, you heard about the things that the tortoise did and the things about the hare, you know what he did. I want you to come up, are one of them clever, one of them brave, one of them lazy, one of them fast, one of them slow? I want you to think about the story from listening to it, and I want you to either write a sentence, the tortoise is blank or the hare is blank. So when you're, after our lesson today, you can get a piece of paper, or if you have a whiteboard now, or you can do it at your in your practice book, but I want you to practice writing a sentence. We've come up with high frequency word the, tortoise, that one, but I'm going to have this on your page that shows you what to practice during the week, and the hare, and then we have is, and remember when we sound it out, you sound out the word as best as you can. As long as you try your best, you are getting an excellent, doing an excellent job, and you will always get a good grade as long as you try your best. And because if you only write down like one letter compared to and give up, then it's not going to work, my friends. You have to try your best. So you have to write down one of the sentences. Okay, one of the sentences. Either pick the tortoise or you pick the hare. All right, and then the other thing I wanted to tell you about what you're going to do today to go with our W and our G and our and have and she and with words is, let's see. Oh, I was right. You guys are going to do a story. All right, so let me show you. This is where you're going to, practice. You have a story. You get to practice. It's S27 and S28, and you have your book here, and it has to do with our high frequency words again. Okay, so this story is called With Me. With Me. And you guys have told me that. I always start at the top and then I go to the bottom. And I start at the left and go to the right. So it says, look, see an exclamation? I can go. Look, I can go. And then, she is with me. We are here. So you guys have told me I go from left to right also. Boys and girls, did you notice there's no pictures in this story? Before they would put little pictures here to help us read those words, and now you know all these words. All right, and that's, oh, there's a picture. And what is that a picture of? Looks like a soccer ball. She has a soccer ball for me. All right, good job. So you guys can practice reading this story with me, okay? You guys can practice reading this story. You take it out of your practice book, and then you can practice it. And then the next thing you're going to do is the next page. Next page is practicing your K's, your U's, and your G's. Remember, boys and girls, you get to practice, 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 write, write, write. So practice, 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 practice. So you're tracing them, and then you get to write it on your own. And then you get to write a sentence. You can maybe, if you want to write your sentence about the tortoise or the hare is blank, the tortoise is blank. And then one other page, and that is our G and our W sounds. Okay, so boys and girls, once more, these are pictures that start with G and W, and you have to decide which one it starts with and write that letter. So like this is not a boy but a girl, so it's a girl, G. A spider web, web, so you write a W, and this is a watch, and a goose, window, and goat. Okay, so now you know all the pictures. You get to figure out if it's a G or a W. And then this is what comes at the end of a picture. So this is a flag. If it ends with a G, so now flag. So now we want to know what comes here. Not at the beginning, flag, but at the end. This is rope, no G. How about, that's a leg. Ready? Leg. So not at the beginning, but at the end now. Leg. So you want to know what comes at the end, and that is a G. So you need to figure out the ending. So not only beginning sounds, but ending sounds. All right. Okay. Last thing, boys and girls, is we have been talking about rhyming. And so I have a poster about, that has a rhyme in it. Oh, hold on one second. It's going to come up here, and I'm going to bring it over, and it's called Zoom. It's called Zoom. All right. Let me bring this over here for you. Let me put this up. Let's see. Oops. And if I can, I don't need that. Can I go, here I go, and make it a little smaller? You can see the whole thing. Okay. So it says Zoom. That's the title in yellow, Zoom. If I had my own red car, I'd jump right in and travel far. But if I had a rocket ship, I'd take an even longer trip. I'd zoom up to a twinkling star. That's really, really, really far. All right, you want to practice reading it with me? Sorry, let me put it down here. Okay, so it says, if I had my own red car, I'd jump right in and travel far. Car and far, those rhyme. See how they end? A-R, A-R. Okay, let's go to the next line. But if I had a rocket ship, I'd take an even longer trip. What is it? Oh, look. Ip, ip, ship, trip. They rhyme because they have the same ending. Ip, ip. All right, last two lines. Ready? I'd zoom up to a twinkling star. That's really, really, really far. What rhymes with far? Star. Yep, because those end the same. So car, far, ship, trip, star, far. All right, good job, my friends. All right, let me switch you over back to Miss Herman. All right. Okay, good job today, my friends. We have practiced learning about W and G and the words and, have, she, with. We read the tortoise and hare. We've read some rhyming words, and we practiced talking about what you're going to do, reading a story, reading with and me, and you heard the story about the tortoise and the hare, and we talked about sounding out words, done a lot. All right, my friends. So we will continue Thursday with some with language arts again, learning the rest of our letters and some more high frequency words. Okay. All right. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.